All right, guys, so we're going to talk about event number 1 for the heavyweight class of Stars and Strength Forever. Our first event was the Farmer's Carry. But what I need you guys to remember is, even though it's only 205 pounds per hand, it's very light for me. That plus my body weight, we're talking over 700 pounds moving. All right, so I don't know if you guys noticed the 2 mistakes that I made. The first was when I went to pick it up initially as the event started. For some reason, I had my hand on it, closed it, reopened it to adjust for some reason, then finally picked it up and ran. The bigger mistake, really, I went too far past the initial line with the whole implement. I think that's because I've never trained running through the line with the entire implement. Usually it's as soon as the front of the farmer's handles carry, that's when you can drop it, turn, repick, and go. So lost probably a good 2.5 seconds there at least. If I figure out how, I'll put the scores and all like right here, and you'll be able to see that I actually lost to a couple people by like 1/10 of a second, 1/2 a second. So I mean, things like that, you know, they really add up. I think that was good for 7th place, and there was 11 competitors. So again, supposed to be one of my better events. Kind of shit the bed there with mental errors. Let's move on to the next.
Got it, Rob.
Come on, Rob.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Big pull. Big pull. Big pull. Let's go. Big right drive.
Keep going, boys.
Come on.
Got it.
There you go. Big right drive. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, Rob.
Come on. Keep moving. Big pull. Big
You're
pull.
almost there.
There you go.
Yeah, dude. Nice.
So 25 seconds. I didn't think that was bad, but I think I came in 6th. Again, if I figure out how, I'll put the scores and everything right here. No real mental errors. Maybe I moved my hands too fast. I wasn't pulling hard enough with my legs. Hand-eye coordination isn't too good, so I guess it was more of a physical error than a mental one, but definitely could have at least shaved a few seconds off. If I wasn't bobbling the rope, that I thought it was a pretty good time. I'm happy with it. Again, it's something that I haven't trained too much. So after a 7th place finish and a 6th place finish with what was on deck, the axle clean and press, which I felt really good about. So let's jump into that.
Come on, Rob. Come on, Rob. Go. Go.
So as you can see, we tied for 3rd in that event. There was a tie for 2nd. I ended up tying for 3rd. So if I would have got one more rep, I would have had sole possession of 3rd place. Again, the weights are super light for me. 155, 185, 205, very comfortable lifts. The only thing that hurt me here, lack of conditioning. I knew conditioning would be a factor, but I didn't know it was going to be a factor in this event. Again, like I said, weights are super light. Didn't really think anything of it, but the lactic acid really built up in my shoulders. My triceps, for some reason, were super fatigued. So usually that's like my strong point, you know, when you're just a couple inches away from that lockout. just fire up the triceps, get it done. For some reason I couldn't do that. So, you know what they say, on to the next, which is the tire flip. Nothing, when you see this, there's nothing really to say about it, so here we go.
Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Come on, Rob. There you go.
Get it up. Lightweight, lightweight.
Get your feet close to the tire with it up, not into it.
There you go.
There you
Rob.
go.
Get on your head.
Come on, lightweight.
Come on, Rob.
There you go.
Put your knee under it.
Nice. There you go.
Come on, up.
Big up. 30 seconds.
Watch our back.
That was 30 seconds of just trying to flip a fucking 800-pound tire with no luck. The only thing I could really think of here is bad footwork and bad footwear. We were sitting on, I don't know if they're cobblestones or just gravel. I guess gravel. Couldn't get the proper footing. Couldn't get leverage. I felt like I had the tire up high enough to get my knee under it. For some reason, it just wasn't cooperating, so we were the only one in the group that got a big fat 0. It's wild. Like I said, that was the 4th event, and I think after that, that's when I realized I kind of fucked up the whole chance of getting on the podium. And then the final event was the keg carry and load. This is where I figured my conditioning would come into play. Surprisingly, that's not the case. Let's check it out. Really good run for me with the keg carry and load. The best time I had in training was 39 seconds. So the fact that we shaved off 6 seconds, we came in 3rd place. That's really cool. Didn't feel too tired. I did notice in training I was trying to be fast instead of efficient. Sometimes it's good, I guess, but when you're as big as me and you're moving 3 consecutive kegs, I mean, you're going 25 feet each way, so, you know, grab a keg, even though it's only 180, 185 pounds, run it 25 feet, run back 25 feet to get the second keg, do that again, now you're talking 100 feet, so 125 feet, you're talking like 40 yards with, I guess, divide that in half. So you're talking like 20, 25 yards where you're carrying 180 pounds, 200 pounds, and then 220 pounds to finish off the event. 33 seconds, I'm pretty happy with it. Good for 3rd place, which was very surprising to me. When I watched the video over, I don't look like I'm moving fast, but again, I'm moving efficiently. I'm moving with intent, and there was no stumbling with the grip on the kegs, so I was really happy with that. Unfortunately, the day didn't go as planned. We ended up coming in 8th overall out of 11 contestants. You know, it was a lot of fun. Met really cool people. Made a lot of mental errors that I actually pride myself on not making normally. But, you know, just an off day maybe. I did have to wake up at 6 a.m., which is also, just like conditioning, is not a strong suit of mine. But, you know, there's a million things that we can improve on. Just have to keep putting in the work, keep getting better. The mental errors, you know, they're going to happen once in a while, whether you want them to or not. But again, overall, great day. Had a lot of fun. There's definitely a lot that we can improve on, that we will improve on, and I think that's going to do it. So, also, I want to apologize for the camera quality for the events. iPhones, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody tells me how good they are. They were transferred through Instagram from an iPhone. I don't know. They don't look too good. Some would say that's not even me, but even as a blur, I look pretty handsome. And even coming in 8th place out of 11, I look pretty handsome, I say. So that's going to do it for this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if that's your thing. And if those are your things, then you probably want to comment too, which is great. From what I hear, all this stuff helps the algorithm. So if you want to do that, I would appreciate it. And, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for tuning in.